Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here. It is a bright, sunny Sunday afternoon. It's Easter, so happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. It is currently 3 degrees Celsius. That is actually plus 3 degrees Celsius. So, woohoo, spring just may be here, which means it is 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, I would like to do some masterboards. A masterboard for sure. If I happen to do a couple more bonus, if not, so be it. I have no idea where I got this cardboard from. It's a very nice, thin, lightweight cardboard. It's flexible. I have some cardstock that's actually thicker than this, so I'm just going to use this as my background that I am going to build my masterboard up on. Everybody has a different way. Hey, Pam, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. I'm doing masterboard today. And I was just saying, we actually have plus 37 degrees Fahrenheit weather. So spring is actually here. The snow is melting. It's fabulous. I'm looking forward to going out and having a nap in the greenhouse after. Yeah. How are you today? Do you celebrate Easter? Is there anything special that you do or not? I did an Easter egg hunt for my 17-year-old grandson who asked for it. And he took Frazzle home, so all I've got left is Mopsy. He fell in love with Frazzle, so she's got a new home. So I am going to do masterboards. Everybody has their own way of doing it. I like to put some paint down first, and I'm just going to scrape it on, so it's not going to take very long to dry, and I build up from there. So I decided I kind of wanted to do spring colors because it's warm and it's sunny and spring is actually on its way. So I have a folk art artist's pigment, yellow light, turkey in the oven. Nice. Nice. We are not having a family dinner. The grandson that was here, his mom is down in Minneapolis. She went to a concert there last night. The other one, I think, is celebrating over at her in-laws' place. So it's just us chickens. So this is a folk art acrylic paint, yellow pigment, yellow light. I have a ceram coat, royal fuchsia. Then I also have a metallic paint. It's craft. I'm assuming it came from the dollar store because, hey, Kellyanne, this is one of the paints I got from my neighbor who's moving. So it's an interesting texture from looking at it. I think it just needs a really good shake. But it's a metallic pink, and then I have a metallic white. So happy Easter. If you celebrate, I did an Easter egg hunt for the grandson. Wow, that's still a house full. So I'm going to start by using just pink and yellow, and I'm just going to scrape it on with a card. So I'm just going to put some paint down. I'm just going to put it straight on the cardboard. Whoa. Kellyanne had a nice lunch. We had a nice lunch. I did tortilla wrap sandwich things. No, that's lots and lots of yellow. It's okay. I will scrape it and all will be well. Poor puppies and mama dog. Hi, Trish. Welcome, welcome. I'm making a masterboard today, so since everybody does it their own way, I'm doing it the way that I do it. And that is just by scraping on some paint first. I have a big booger in there that can go away. And I'm using Royal Fuchsia from Ceramcoat and a Folk Art Artist's Light Yellow. Ham, baked potato, cheesy broccoli. I love broccoli. Let's just get some of this yellow happening now, too. So I'm just looking to coat this board. I'm not overly worried about how the colors are mixing, matching. I just want to get it covered in paint because it's going to be covered in other stuff, being a master board. I thought I had lots of paint on there, but I did not. And of course, I'm getting covered in paint because that's what I do. That's right, your daughter delivered a couple of puppies already. That was the road trip her and her friend took, right? And as I say, I am just scraping this down any which way. I'm not overly concerned with what this looks like. I just want to get the board covered in color. And I know there are easier ways of doing it, but I just feel like making a mess today. Right. That was just around the storm time, wasn't it? And she had, was it water pump or was it the brakes that were, thought I remember something about a water pump. Or was that my grandson? Days just run into each other for me right now. Yeah, water pump. So you changed the water pump too, I'm figuring? Okay, so I've got a nice pink orange. Well, it turned into a peachy orangey color because I used the pink and the yellow. I have a couple of more boogers in there. They will add texture. But I will let this dry a little bit. So I pulled out this napkin. I thought that the colors that I'm using would be really nice with this napkin. But I'm not going to put that on until I put some book pages down. This is from a Spanish English dictionary. Okay. So her car is kind of a money pit. My car is a money pit. But then my car is a 2005. So I'm just ripping off the big white edges. I don't want big white edges, but I do want some text underneath. Yeah. And you rotated her tires too at the same time. I remember that video. Okay, so that is some Spanish English dictionary. I have some little coupon things. I'm just gonna, yeah, maintenance. It's good to keep up with the maintenance, then it prevents really costly other stuff. So there's that, and I've got Sunday puzzle. I think I like the lists of words. I think that's what I'm going to pull. Oh, there's comics on the other side. I don't know. Thanks, Trish. I wanted something spring-like because it's actually +3 here, which is 37 Fahrenheit. So that's like spring. So I wanted something flowery and happy. I don't want to use these comics. I have a plan for those comics. I have this German book that I'll use. What's with the freezy faces? Yeah, when my husband, I don't know if he saw the pictures, he was making some walnut stools for my daughters. And when he was spraying the finish on, it went on the newspaper and it gave it a really nice texture. So I think on Tuesday I'm going to decoupage a box with that. You changed the light bulb? Yeah, her clothes dryer, the car, snow is melted. Yeah, our snow is melting, but our ground is still frozen. Hi, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. So it's still really grody because it's just getting really wet and yucky. So I want to use this Mod Podge if I can open it. If I can't open this Mod Podge, we're just going to be using white glue. We do not have the strength to open that today. Glue it is. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing a masterboard, and I would have liked to have had the Mod Podge, but I should have opened it while my grandson was here. He would have opened it for me, but I didn't. So I am just using my Elmer's glue all, and I'm gluing down some random papers to this masterboard. $50 there. Nice. Well, after my live, I am going to go and have a nap in the greenhouse. It was 30 degrees in there the other afternoon without having to put any heat on. I don't have plants in there yet, but I did start my bedding plants this morning. So I've got my tomatoes and peppers and transparent transfers. Oh, that sounds interesting. So I think I'll go and actually pretend like I'm an old lady and have a nap out there. Now, I could use the colored side, but I think some of those colors, I don't really want the colors, but I do like the big fonts on the back. So I'm going to flip them and use them so that it looks like there's, oh my goodness gracious. That just went glue side down all the way. Oh my. Wow. My chair is now totally covered in glue. That's not a good thing. It's a good thing it's a vinyl, but oh. So, yeah, it's on my jeans, it's on my chair. That was good. That's a good one. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. So, yeah, I've got my peppers and tomatoes and a whack load of flowers. And I do mean a whack load of flowers. Probably over 100 flower seedlings. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, new fashion pants. Maybe I should just sprinkle some glitter. That could be fun. That could be fun. So I don't want overly much text below. I just want it so that I've got a hint so that you could sort of see it by the time I'm done. So I'm going to put just a little bit more paint down just so that the hint of the lettering and stuff is going to be there. My paint doesn't want to come out. There we go. So I'm going to use the yellow first. And just so that, like I say, you can see the text through. And as I say, everybody's got their own way of making masterboards. I like bright colors. I have done some with beige tissue paper and stuff, but I really prefer the vibrant colors. Needed week? You went thrifting? Did you have to buy dishes, Pam? Is that why you had to go thrifting? Oh, there's. We'll see. We'll see. You did make it a week. That's awesome. And I know you guys are going, oh my goodness, that is bright. Yes, yes, it is. But it will tone down by the time I am done. Oh, that's going down to the paper. That's okay. It is okay. If you can't see the papers underneath, that's fine. If you get a hint of them, that's fine. All is good, right? What I'm trying to create is a board that I can use for multi-purpose things, for tags, maybe a journal cover, maybe, I don't know, a folio. Excellent. Patterns are always a good buy, especially for you. Like you sew, you'll put them to use. I'll just cover up my glue for now. And I'm going to put this up here to dry for a minute. And I'm going to peel the other layer off the back of this napkin. 100% wool yarn. Oh, no, 50 cents a pattern isn't bad. Is there another layer? Am I just ripping the napkin? I'm sure there's another layer on here. There is. I took one layer off earlier so that I didn't bore you guys too much. Dollar skein. Awesome. Is it a itchy wool or is it that newfangled wool that doesn't make people itch? So I've lifted a corner of the underlay and I'm just peeling because that's nice bright napkin. And I don't know why I'm trying to be so fussy with it because I'm just going to tear it up anyway. Okay. So I think I want like some of the bigger orangey, pinky flowers to go. So I am just going to take a paintbrush and some water and outline them and rip them off. You haven't been going thrifting, Dawn? Me neither. Whoops, got that a little wet. 2 pieces of fabric and 2 books. Nice. I have not been thrifting for a while. Well, since I was volunteering there. What kind of fabric? The local dump store? Okay. Do you mean that you can go into where you dump garbage and you can just take what you want? We used to be able to do that. They don't let us go shop at the dump anymore. You've been thrifting in your craft room? Yeah. I had a friend over for a play date yesterday, and she has just started journaling. You wouldn't believe how much stuff went home with her. I bet you her husband is cursing me left, right, center, sideways, all of the above. I don't want quite that. Okay, that's nice. I think that's a great idea. We get like free weekends where people can put stuff out at the curb and people can go and get it. They do that a couple of times a year so that you can go and get furniture, whatever other big items can't go to the dump. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love painting furniture. I haven't done it for a while. I've got a couple of pieces I have to do. So I'm limited myself to it, not doing any. All right. They don't have to be perfect. Very true. I've got a bunch of wooden chairs, a couple of end tables. Yeah. But I'm on a paper crafting kick. Do you guys do that too? Me too, Dawn. I just love painting. Where you get on a kick and all of a sudden it's like, that's all I'm doing is I don't want to do anything else. I'm just going to play with papers and I'm happy. Or do you still kind of mix things up as you go? I mean, I love doing that Frazzle. Frazzle has gone to a new home, left today. Okay. Yeah, no, they won't let us shop at the dumps anymore. It's I don't know because of biohazardous stuff. I don't know. Or if it's dangerous. Well, I know it could be dangerous being in a landfill site, but oh, you're really ripped. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, right now I'm hooked on paper. I've been hooked on paper for a couple of years now. I still have been crocheting. I have not been painting, which is not a good thing because some of my paints are drying out. I really need this open. Sorry. I guess I should have warned you that I was going to do that. Made the fan on my computer go on. Smart TVs and furniture that they auction. Okay. No, that one still won't open. I have another bottle. Let's go see if I can open that bottle. Goodness. I really should have thought of this before I started. I'm sorry, ladies. Ah, this one opens like a charm. Opens like a charm. This one opens like a charm. And this is just gloss. Oh, it's gloss. Well, we're going to use it anyway. This came from my next door neighbor's moving stuff. Oh, look how thick it is. Oh, my. Yep. Okay. All's good. I will. I will. I don't have any right here, but I will definitely do that before I close it up. So I have a big ugly brush that I will use for my podge. And I'm just going to brush some down. Stick the flower. Oh, that ripped. That's okay. As I say, it's a master board. I'm not too worried about what the background looks like because that's water. You don't want to do that. Normally I put saran wrap or whatever underneath it. And I guess I should have put that cut edge against the edge. That's okay. We'll hide it. We will hide it. Wow, those paint colors really matched pretty good because that flower is not too visible. Nice bright white spot there. Let's put this one against the edge so that I've never done that with the Vaseline Cal. That's a great idea though. I'm going to put this over the edge a little bit because the napkin does have a white edge to it, which is weird to me, but all's good. We will cope, right? Yeah, that works. Plastic bags, saran wrap. So as I was saying, my friend came over. Normally we sit and crochet or embroider. She does some incredible cross stitch. She does those Afghans, almost like a cross stitch where you take a photograph and you can do a picture. She does absolutely incredible stuff. But she was over one day when I was playing with some journal stuff, and she decided she would love to learn to journal. And so she was here yesterday, and I sent a lot of stuff home with her. She kind of fell in love with my peace, love, understanding, and sarcasm journal. So I think that's kind of the route she's going to go with hers. Some quotes and snark and whatever. Do you guys get Monday off? Government here gets Monday off, but schools and things are open. So see, the background's getting covered up pretty much anyway. I'm sure you guys have done master boards. It's nothing new. It's just the way people put them together. And I'm going to put this one up here. And I think I'll put the black to the top. Nope. Okay, so I think I have enough of the flowery things on here. I have a lump. The napkin tear, yes. We'll just glue that down. I love doing the cutting, Jean. Honestly, I really love doing the cutting. My wrists aren't good enough for doing roller work or anything anymore, but I don't have any problem doing cutting or decorative paint. All right. So I should put something plastic on that. I have, let's use a sandwich bag because that's what I've got right here. Okay, so of course the Mod Podge has to dry a little bit. So I think what I want to do next, not sure, we could do some stenciling. I've got that Easter egg placemat that I'm using as a stencil because it's got so many interesting patterns. Or I was thinking maybe I would do bricks, or I also have the the big flourish. I think maybe I'll do the big flourish and then a little bit more stenciling. And then I was thinking that I would cover the whole thing with this tissue paper because you'll be able to see through it. And once it's podged down, it should be really translucent. Frame what? This? Oh, I think it needs more. I do. So I don't know if I want to do, what color do I want to stamp it with? Maybe I'm going to do, I'll do the bricks first. And then the stamp I will put on top of the tissue paper. How's that? I like that idea. So I've got some, what are you? Put your glasses on, Kim. It helps. This is red oxide. So it's a nice rusty color. It kind of has the coloring of bricks. So I'm going to use a bit of that and some of the yellow. If I can get the yellow out. And then I'm just going to use that grody brush. Get some of the water off. And because I don't want an overall brick pattern, I'm just going to dip it in both colors and brush it on in section. Am I on camera? No. Just brush it on a section, and then I'm just going to put it down. Like a stamp. And you can't see it because the colors are too close. Well, then that's going to have to go on top of the tissue paper. You heard it here first. Oops. Okay. So then I guess I will put the tissue paper down. Just tear a piece so that I can have less to fight with. So it will go like this. And it's advertisement tissue paper. A whole bunch of old ads. So I need the Mod Podge again. Did you guys see the picture of Kellyanne's Afghan she finished? It turned out so nice. Let's get these greeblies out of the way. So the texture is going to be a little bit bubbly, which is fine by me. I like texture in my work. So the tissue paper will probably buckle as much as the napkins do. And it's going to give that bit of texture. And if this is a big fail, it's a big fail. Sometimes I just have to play and make a mess, and that makes me happy. And I'm going to start it there. I can hear those of you who do this. No, you're going about it wrong. It's not going to work. That's fine. It's a very nice color. I'm not a big fan of green, which is weird because I use an awful lot of green in my works. Not sure you can end up seeing these that I put here, but that's okay. I can always add more on top, right? I can just keep adding until I'm happy with it. Because no piece of art is ever complete, it's just abandoned. So I can see the colors coming through, which is awesome. By the time I put the Mod Podge on top, you should be able to see pretty much all of it. Ooh, way back there, Kim. But you know, it's funny. Even though my friend took all that stuff, you can't even tell anything is missing from my stash of stuff. That's very sad. I was so excited that she chose a bunch of this stuff to take, and it doesn't look like anything is missing. All is okay. She will be back. And Sherry's going to come visit me in May. Sherry and Barbara. I think we're going to have a get together play date in May. All right, so now I'm going to go over it with Mod Podge on the top, and we should start seeing stuff from underneath a little bit better. I hope we start seeing stuff underneath a little bit better. And as I say, if we don't, I'll just add more napkin on top. Well, I can see the colors. And if this is a big fail, you know what? It's just paper and glue, right? Right. Good afternoon, Janet. Welcome, welcome. I am playing Make a Master Board, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, oh well. So I had a piece of cardboard, and I scraped paint on it. Then I glued down some book page. Then I glued down scraped some paint over the book page so that there was just the hint of the text. Then I podged some napkin on top of it. And now I am going over the whole thing with a piece of interesting tissue paper. Are you having a lovely day, Janet? Or did you have a lovely day? Because I guess it's evening there now. No, I don't normally dip my brush past the ferrule, but this is a glue brush. I'm not, it's what it is. I don't think that corner's down. It is not. It is relaxing just to spread stuff around, and it's great right now because if this works, fantastic. If it doesn't, I really haven't lost anything, but I'll have a really nice thick board to play with for other things by the time I've got half a gallon of glue and papers on. Oh, wonderful, Janet. Having a nice relax at the end of the day. I was saying that after my live, I'm going to go and have a nap out in the greenhouse. I don't have any plants in there yet because it still gets below freezing at night, and I don't feel like paying the price to heat it at nighttime. But in the afternoon, it's a lovely place to sit because it's so nice and warm and sunny, and wonderful place to have a nap. Okay, so that smelly stuff that Mod Podge is. All right. So we're stuck to the table. You really can't see the flowers underneath, but the color is there. So I don't know that I'm worried about adding more flowers on top or not. I might just continue on and do that brick print on top and maybe some stamps, some stamping. I also have pattern paper here. I guess I could have used a plain pattern paper. Well, I've used this. My house, the front of it faces east and the back of it faces west. But on the back side of the house is bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen. So we don't enjoy the sun in the afternoon there, afternoon and evening. It's not, there's no place really comfortable to relax. But our greenhouse, the big windows face east. No, south. I can't wait till it's nice out and I'll take you guys for a walk out in the yard. I planted over 100 flower seeds today to get them started. I had a fan down here. So my tomatoes are in, my peppers are in. I planted zinnias, balsam, marigolds, pansies, and something else. Cosmos. I didn't plant my alyssum because I think it's too late for my area to get that planted. I've just been procrastinating about getting my bedding plants in. Normally, my bedding plants would be up and transplanted already, their first transplant by this time. Okay, we're going to have to wait for that to dry. Sorry, guys. I don't have a heat tool. And with it being nicer out, the furnace won't be on. Oh, everything is stuck to everything here today. Are any of you doing that envelope package swap thing in Beth's group where you join envelopes together and swap them, decorate them and swap them? I kind of remember her saying that she signed me up for it, but I haven't been notified or seen anything about it. No, not that one? Okay. All right. Well, I guess I could always trim this edge while we're waiting. I'll cut it at least down a bit so that it's not quite as bulky. You sitting that swap out? I have, when Ron was doing the wax or the spray finish on the stools he just made, it got on some newspaper, and so I have the entire Sunday word crossword blank covered in the finish that he used, and I also have the one that's filled in covered in the spray. And so I was thinking that Woggy cabinet, I'm sure I showed it to you, the little set of drawers thing. I'm getting it. So this is the little set of drawers, and they all come out. They aren't lined yet. Normally we line them. This one I didn't know if I wanted to paint it or what I wanted to do with it. But since I've got this big piece of Sunday puzzle, I was going to decoupage this, cover it in the puzzle, and then maybe do one of my floral collages just up part of the side and part of the front. So I think that's what I'm going to do on my Tuesday live. And normally he rounds off the top edge a little bit. So I think maybe I'll get him to do a bit of a sand on that because that's a bit of a crisp edge. So I think that's my Tuesday project. I'm still doing the 100 Creative Day Challenge. I haven't taken pictures of the last 2 days' stuff. It's somewhere buried under my desk here. So this, I believe, is day 47 or 48. I'm almost halfway there. Almost halfway there. And you know what? Even though I can't see the flowers, I like it. I like the way that that's looking. I really do. I'm not sure if I'm going to go over it and put flowers on top of it or not. I might just use that brick and add some brick work to it with the stamp and the paint. So, waiting for the Mod Podge to dry. Let's see if the paint will show now. I'm just using the yellow and what was that? Red oxide. It didn't show very nice directly on the paint. Let's see what it looks like. I'll just do a bit right here. And if not, maybe I need to pick up a darker brown. It's very faint. You can barely see it. Although it does do a really kind of nice texture thing. I just might just do that and not worry that it's bricks or not. You know? Sometimes you just got to go with what happens when you work. I don't know. Do it, Kim. Just do it and stop worrying. Right? Right. Yeah, you really can't see it. Well, so the brown and the yellow, obviously, are too close in color to that stuff. So I'm just going to put a couple more splotches of it so at least there's a hint. Not everything has to be seen, right? Not everything has to be seen. Actually, what it's done is just made places look a little bit dirty and aged. You really can't see them. I'm kind of liking it the way it's turning out, though. How about if I use the stencil, and I think I'm going to have to get a much darker color. Maybe I'll do a few little flowers, random groups of flowers or dots. Suggestions on colors, ladies? I have a metallic pink, so it wouldn't really show, but it could be interesting in certain lights. Or should I use the metallic white? I could do the pink and white mixed. You're loving yellow at the moment? Me too. Okay, I'll use yellow. I don't think I have a metallic. I do have a metallic yellow. I have a pearl yellow, but I don't have it here. What about What about no? I had some glitter paint, which is really weird because, well, I got it from the neighbor. That's not in my current vicinity either. Let's just use some yellow and see what a bright yellow flower looks like. And I'll do it right there. Right there. So I want to clean that. I'm not going to use that brush. Do I want to use a brush or a sponge? I think I want to use sponge. And that is buried right here. I have some ratty old sponges that I use. Oh, look, the cup fell on the floor. So I'm just going to break off. Oh, no, that one's just totally painted right through the middle. Okay, I'm just going to use this household sponge. I've got a piece of it. Or the metallic. As I say, the metallic pink I don't think is going to show, but it would in certain lights. So it would be very, very subtle. I can try both. Yeah, dishes are a pretty picky thing. I'm very fussy about the dishes that I have in my house too. I like to have bright dishes as a rule, but I ended up buying just pretty much plain white Corelle when I had the grandkids living here because it was just easier to have Corelle dishes. I did find a set. They were big roosters. They were so cute. But they were a heavy stoneware, and I didn't think that they would be great with the youngins. When we have family dinners and that kind of things, I always have the grandkids set the table. And my granddaughter, even when she was 2, she was setting the table, but she would throw the cutlery up onto the table, and where it landed, that's where it stayed. But she couldn't reach to put the dishes up, and I didn't want her throwing the dishes on, obviously. Okay, running out of room. That cup just wants to be on the floor. All right, I have metallic pink flower, and it shows. So I think I'm just going to do a whack load of those all over the place. And then when the grandson started setting the table, they had to make sure the cutlery was well and truly on the table and would go flying off the other side. So, of course, we never put any glassware or anything on until the cutlery went down first, and then the next oldest would do the plates, etc. So I did do the Easter egg hunt for my 17-year-old. He had a blast. Ended up having to play hot cold with the last couple of eggs, but that's okay. He really appreciated it. So he did the Easter egg hunt, stayed for lunch, and stole Flopsy, or Frazzle, my other dust bunny. 17-year-old young man, stuffed animals. He's the one that still drags around pieces of the baby quilt. I made him. Just because I made it for him. It's not that he has to sleep with it or whatever. He just likes having it in a drawer in his room because it was made specifically for him. And I just laughed because, he's 6'2", does construction work, so it's not like he's not a tough guy. He's just got a very, very gentle soul, that one. Love him to bits. Love all my grandkids to bits. I'm really liking these metallic pink flowers. They are very, very subtle. I will show you that on there. And I know that that's a darn gloss Mod Podge too, so I'm going to put a few more of those flowers on. Because I can. Like that corner. Do enough in this corner. Oh, I need more. Oh my. Yeah, this is really goopy paint. You know what? I'm just going to take the lid off and pour. Because it's... Oh, yeah, look. It's just a lump of paint. You can just see how non-paint like that is. It's okay. I can still use it, right? It still works for what I'm doing. All right. I don't know if I need any more. Just want to make sure that everything has, depending on what I cut it up into, that everything has flowers on it. So it's kind of a cohesive, if I decide to do a set of something. That's really shiny. And I know that some people say that Mod Podge stays sticky or it doesn't travel well, so they don't like to use Mod Podge if they're doing something that they're sending to people. I have never had a problem with it being sticky, but because other people have said that, I know not to send anything through the mail with Mod Podge, just in case you're in a more humid area. Oh, look, I put two on top of each other there. Well, shows how well I see, even with my glasses. Okay, so now what? Now what? Now what? Really kind of disappointed that the bricks didn't do what I had planned on having them do. I think I'm going to do some white metallic lines like I did the lines on the ATCs the other day. But I'm going to use the metallic. Might as well use the metallics now. So I'm just going to take this card and take off the bee-blees that you just spread all over that. I'm just going to run my paintbrush, my card into the metallics, and I'm just going to do some white lines. I think that just gives it a little bit of a punch. What do you think? Do you think I should outline the pink flowers in a black pen or a white pen? I think it would have to be black now that I'm using the white lines. Whoa, smudged that one. That's okay. Am I getting carried away? Yes. Yes, I am. I think I would like to outline those pink flowers just with a black pen somewhere. There's my black pen. I have a black pen. I was just using it earlier. Or do I want to do this big swirly stamp? And if I do the big swirly stamp, what color should I do it in? I think what I'll do is I'll use this swirly stamp, and then I'll put more of the pink flowers on so that the pink flowers will be in behind and then on top. Swirly yellow, that bright yellow. It shows a bit. Can you see it? It's really subtle. Oh, of course, now I've got it in the brown, so it's going to be more orangey, but that's okay. I'll go for orange. Should have cleaned that and made it aside, but that's just fine. Yeah, it's not as. Hi, Anne. Welcome, welcome. I don't think it's as bright as I thought it would be either. I thought it would be brighter. That one's better. Let's try just adding some more yellow here. It's really subtle. Up close. Oh, look, I just seriously. Maybe I should just go back to bed, guys. Crazy day. Thank you, Janet. How are you doing, Anne? I am making a mess board. Didn't quite turn out the way I'd envisioned it, but it's fine. It's for backgrounds. I don't know why it doesn't notify you when I go live. I go live Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. Thanks, Anne. Oh, that one turned out really good. Look. Okay. I need a couple more like that. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Are you having a good day? I'm having well, it didn't turn out the way I planned it, but now it's getting better. Maybe the paint was too dry when I put it on at first. It needs some fresh. Thank you. It didn't turn out as I had planned, but that's perfectly fine. It's redeeming itself now that these swirlies are actually holding color. I'm just using acrylic paint on an acrylic stamp. Let's do one here. I had originally planned on having this brick side showing, like stamping it with the brick side, but the colors I used, the brown and the yellow, just totally got lost. I'm going to do another one along here, and I'm going to call the swirlies done. Because I think by the time I cut this up, there should be a bit of swirly on each. This, it's got a bit there. You can see them. They're just not very dominant. They're very, very subtle in some places. But depending on how big or what size I cut these cards, I'll just do the edges. Oh, thanks, Anne. Some of the stuff that was on there is so stunning. Those snippet rolls that they weren't snippet rolls. Those embroidered rolls that so stunning. So stunning. I was just gobsmacked, really, with how beautiful they were. And when Kara first said that, you could cut them up, I'm thinking, who in their right mind would cut up that beautiful piece? Like, wow. It's just so beautiful. I'm just going to do another. Whatever happens, happens now, guys. Okay. I'm just going to go throw this in a bucket of water because, of course, I don't have one right here. But it was just incredible. That stamp has a whole bunch of really intricate any places, and I just don't want the paint to dry and yeah. Hey, Trish. Arlene's pieces are incredible. Absolutely incredible. So what do you think? Should I do some more of those pink metallic flowers? I wanted them in the foreground more so. Yes, no for the pink flowers. I'd actually, I wanted them a little bit more dominant. You think it's nicely balanced? I think I need a white line over here. But then it would be on top of the swirl, so that wouldn't work. Do I call this one done then, you think? And then when it's dry, maybe go around those pink flowers with a black pen. You know what, Anne? I'm one of those, I will keep adding and adding and adding because I like the little bits, right? Done? Kel says done? Okay. I will consider that done. Woo! Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, sometimes less is more. I'm a maximalist. I will still add after I cut it up too, definitely. Oh, it's okay. You can yell. I like to yell. So I started with a piece of cardboard, just a brown piece of cardboard like this. And then I scraped paint on it. And then I glued on book page. And then put paint over the book page because I didn't want the text showing too much. Then I decoupaged flowers like this napkin on top. And it looked good. But then it looked really good up to the flower point. And then I figured, oh, you'll still be able to see them through that tissue paper, but you couldn't. Yeah, I'm not a minimalist. No. I am not. And I have to have bright colors around, like really bright colors. Beiges and grays and whites. I find too not sterile, but industrial. You washed some dishes? Awesome. I did some this morning. I only had a couple, and you didn't break any this time? Yeah. But the sound of breaking glass is so satisfying. Seriously. So this paint that I've got sitting on here, I think I'm just going to scrape it on this because, we don't waste paint. And I know many people don't start with paint for their masterboards, but I do. I don't know where I learned to make masterboards, but it was a long time ago, and I haven't watched anybody make masterboards in a while. But whenever I do my masterboards, I put the paint down first and then work from there. So obviously this one too is not going to work for using that brick stamp. I was kind of hoping to do something so that I could use it for my little houses that I do, my little buildings. But like that other masterboard, that will be really nice to do one of my floral collages on. I'm getting more on the paper than I am on my board here. Yeah. I figured that it needs a nice base, right? That so many people glue the papers on. Oh, look at that with that bit of metallic white. Oh, yeah, I like that. I think too, because with the book pages and stuff, they're so bland. I know they're vintage and they look really cool. But there's that beigey, greigey, not my style again, right? Oh, I'm getting some sort of weird kind of pink happening here. Did I get some of that metallic pink? No. Ooh. It's the way the red oxide works with the metallic white. It's like a bronze almost. Coppery bronze? I will hold it up so that you can see it better. I really like that. This is going to make a wonderful background for something. Something. Opposite of your art journal pages. It's got a copper sheen to it, doesn't it? Is that like a copper or bronzy? I'm liking it. Now I've got that metallic pink. What am I going to use that on? You know what? Maybe I'm just going to scrape that onto a book page. I have this is a Spanish English dictionary page. So I'm just going to scrape the pink onto that. And of course, I've still got the brown and yellow on, but this could make very interesting flowers. That pink is delicate. And the copper color it's coming out, like, wow. I'm like a kid in candy store right now, ladies. No, don't mash. Well, I really like that red oxide with the metallics. I really, really do. Get wrinkles in my paper, but that's okay. Nice, Janet. I'll have to see it tomorrow. You'll have to show it on your live tomorrow. I don't know, ladies, if you can see this, but isn't that an incredible color? Pinky, I don't even know. Because it's not copper, it's not brown, it's not really bronze. What would you call it, guys? I'm thinking that's going to make some absolutely stunning flowers. Do any of you have a Cricut and have you put book pages through? Rose, silver, rose. Yes, it is rose. Thank you. It's a rose, not gold though, rose. With the white, the metallic white. Could be more of a silvery. Tea rose, yeah. Have you put book pages through your Cricut? Does it cut nicely or does it pucker and bunch? I was watching Beth using her die cuts on some of her gel prints, not gel print, she scraped paper onto drywall tape, and then she put them through her Tuttlebug. Hi, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. And they looked really, really cute. So I was wondering if anybody's just put regular paper through a Cricut. Yeah, I mean, I use regular paper with my die cuts, but I've got an electronic like those like a Cricut. The You've got a brother. It's pretty much the same, isn't it? Scan and cut. Yeah. So, because I think that if I cut out like a bird cage or something out of this, it could be really cute. Don't you think that would make a cute bird cage? Or definitely flowers. They're definitely going to be flowers. Almost feels like plastic though. Very weird. Very weird texture. Interesting color. This one doesn't feel nearly as plasticky. I'm wondering if that's because it's the cardboard. But it too has the lovely color. Or leaves, you know. This could make some very, very interesting big leaves. All right. All right. All right. So, do I add to this? Do I leave it as it is and use it in my collage work? Yeah, I'm not an expert with my Cricut either. Like I did manage to do the ugly Christmas sweater, but I mean that's just putting it in and cutting. Although I did design it, but I think those are both going to be for collage. So what do you use yours for, Barbara? Cricket, no subscription. Yeah. I want to cut out a bunch of silhouette kind of things too. Like just out of black. So that when I put like cats, I know I normally paint the cats. Oh, siblings, I get it. Nice. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So you don't think I should add any black stamps or anything to that first one, right? You said that one's complete. I have a cup under my chair. Let's not drag that around. So this one you say is complete. I still want to add more to it. No. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. That's for Tuesday. This is going to be for collage. Look at this interesting muck water today. It's a yellow. Won't that make some interesting stuff? I wonder because I rinsed off. Yeah, exactly. I don't use dyes though. I do a lot of my own drawing of things, right? So, and you know what works really good too? Kids coloring books. Because a lot of times you can find little birds or a little cat. 12:45, Barbara. I stream Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday at 12:45. Yeah, stencils work good too. Yeah. My thing with stencils is I get bored with them pretty fast. And even though you can combine them and do a lot of different things, sometimes I want something completely different. I don't know. I just like making my own stuff. But coloring books are a great one. When we were doing folk art, you cut out the little wooden shapes out of thin wood and then you paint them up and sell them as Christmas decorations and that kind of thing. I used a lot of kids' coloring books. You're welcome, Barbara. Lots of coloring books. They're wonderful. Even if you were doing, say, one of like the ladies that I do, like the paper dolls, clothing wise, if you see a dress on a princess in the coloring book, you can easily transfer it so that you could use it on a paper doll or something, or hats, or whatever. I like coloring books for that. Definitely like coloring books for that. And then on Friday, was it Friday, Kel, that I did the ATCs? Yeah, it was the weird Friday thing. And I edged them with white paint. I've never edged a card or anything with white paint before. And I was really, really impressed with how they looked. And I'm not a big fan of white, but edging with the white paint, it just really punched it somehow instead of normally edging with black, like the black marker around the edge, like I do. So I've learned a few things since I've started these lives. Like now I know that metallic white and red oxide give this wonderful rosy glittery color. I see some really wonderful leaves and stuff happening and flowers because it's shiny, but it feels like plastic. And it's very translucent. Yeah. This one for steampunk, it could be. It's very shiny. It's that metallic white. The one before? This one? That could be for. That would make some cool gears, wouldn't it? Have you used, like when you have your embossing folders, have you ever used it as a stamp? Would that work as a stamp and then I could scan it into the Cricut and cut out gears? Because I have used my embossing folder as a stamp in the past. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll cut gears out of this one. That could be a lot of fun. And it's thick too, so it would go through the Cricut really nicely. Okay, that one's scheduled to be gears. Nice. So I was using this as my stencil today. Hi, Malia. Happy Easter. This was an Easter egg placemat that I got at the dollar store. But it's got such interesting patterns that I've been using it as a stencil. So I want to try this on my gel plate because it's so nice and big. I think it would cover my 8x10 nicely. And even if it was only a portion of it. And it's not overly thick. So I think that would work really nicely on a gel plate. Should we try a little gel plate? Let me go get my little gel plates and let's try it. Let's try it. Since we're here. I'll grab a stack of papers on the way. Got a stack of white papers from the paper box. Got my gel plates. Let's play. Let's do a little bit more play today. I'm in the mood to play. Running out of room. So I have a stack of papers that I would be using on my gel plate, scrap papers. And I've got my little gel plates. Move that. Let's try the circle. I have, oh no, it's the square. It's got lots of artifacts on here. Wonder if they're going to come off. We'll find out. We will find out. Oh, I didn't grab a brayer. Well, that was silly. Definitely silly. Grab a brayer. Might as well play since we're here. Right? Baron. Brayer. So in the stuff that I got from my next door neighbor, there was a brayer, but it's got interchangeable heads and they were patterned. I haven't tried those either. So I've got a Baron. Let's put all three of them down because we can. You're gel printing right now too? You got all those wonderful stencils to play with. All right, so let's use the yellow. Maybe. It's lots. Could probably do 2 with that yellow. Oh boy, have I got greeblies on these. That's okay. And then we're going to put this down. And then we're going to use a piece of paper to take some of that off. Let's just use this book page because it's here. Some of these holes are really, really small. Let's use the Baron. See if I can get into the holes. I don't think so. Oh, a little bit. Little bit. Nice. I think the paper is too stiff to get into all the real little holes. Well, I don't have much room on my desk to use a bigger one, right? So now let's try a little bit of this brown. Because we can. It's very thick. Very, very thick paint. It's not going through the holes very good. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Not really getting through the little holes. Not bad though. This is a great thing, this placemat. It's not on them straight by any means. No, not going to get it all off. Kind of there. Got some smudge underneath because I think that it would have been better if I'd have just done one at a time instead of the 3. But that's a bit of a learning curve, right? I love gel printing. Problem is I ended up with so many prints. I was so glad that my girlfriend came to play yesterday. I just let her take whatever she wanted. So she fell in love with gel prints, so took a bunch. Yeah. Me too. I like the stuff that isn't stamps. I like the stuff that isn't. See, it's smudged because I didn't have, I probably really should have done it one at a time. But I know now not to do that. So I'm going to move these 2 over. This one still has a lot of artifacts on it. So I think I'm going to put some of this metallic pink on it and see if I can lift some of that garbage off. Some of these artifacts gotta come away. Away. Oh, that's wet. Put that on nice and thick. Maybe I can lift all that greebly stuff off. That wasn't the metallic pink, that was the royal fuchsia, obviously, because it's wild. Wild. But of course I can't just leave it like that because it's just plain. So I've got I think it was a spool. Maybe not. Let's just do some marks because we like to make marks. And let's take this piece of book page. It's a wild world, yes. Oh, Baron. Use the Baron. Didn't quite get to the edges, so I'm still going to have Greeblies on it. Born to be wild. Yes, Steppenwolf. Oh, am I showing my age? From the movie Easy Rider. That's not too bad. That's going to make lovely little flowers. But I got lots of greeblies on the edge. What am I going to use to get those off? Ideas? Let's try this one. It's really wet. This is the metallic pink. And it's really lumpy. Really lumpy. It's almost like a texture paste. But it's a pretty color. See? It's just going to get the stuff wet. I just want to try and pull those corners off. I guess I should just break down and clean this thing, right? Hi, Jean Peter. Welcome. I'm just playing. I did a master board, sort of. It didn't turn out the way I envisioned it, but it's still cool. And so we decided that I wanted to try playing with my Easter egg placemat that I chopped up. I wanted to use it as a stencil on the gel plate, so I'm just playing, you know. That was a lovely auction you worked on yesterday. Some of the stuff was so incredible. And it was long. Well, I'm glad you popped by. You spent Easter with the twins? With that side of the family? Oh, look, it pulled those artifacts off. Look at how yummy those corners are. Oh, yeah. Too bad the whole thing wasn't like that. Let's use that again. Oh, all 5 grants. Oh, and their parents. Yeah, parents don't count. Just the grants count. I just had the 17-year-old here for an Easter egg hunt. I haven't seen the other grandkids today. Kind of thinking one of them might be working. Yeah, it's been a long week for you between the twins' birthday and Easter and the auction. Hokey Dinah. Tomorrow's a good day to nap. I have a play date tomorrow. There, I got the rest of that artifact stuff off. Just a little bit left, but that's okay. And the edges are greebly, but... Okay, so let's try this again. Let's put this down first. And then just do the 1 because I had the 3 lined up and it didn't roll nice. The paint didn't... The stencil kept lifting. I sure didn't bring out very many paints to play with, guys. Let's use the metallic white. too, Barbara. That's one of my philosophies as well. Definitely, definitely. Definitely, definitely. So, using the brayer, it doesn't get in all the little holes. I mean, it works great as a stencil if you're using a stencil brush. The other thing I want to do is I got these wonderful little paint rollers and the stuff from the neighbor who's moving. And I've got these cardboard tubes from the Cricut vinyl, and they fit so nicely on these little rollers. So I'm going to take hot glue and I'm going to do some jiggity designs on here and use these on the gel plates, but the big gel plates, because I think that would be too big to go on the little ones. See, it didn't get all the little holes. It got some. It smeared some. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to try and pull it on one of these squares. I'm not overly worried about how it lines up either. Nice. Yeah. You know, when my grands were little, I would buy them the disposable cameras so that they could take pictures at Christmas and Thanksgiving, basically. And I got them to take pictures, and so that we could see the holidays through their eyes. Some of the pictures are a lot of fun, you know, lots of up the nose shots and lots of ceiling shots. Because they were, I think the youngest one was 2. The older ones took lots of pictures of food, but sure was fun. Okay, got some of the dots. Not all of them. Wasn't quite wet enough to pull, but that's okay. It's a great idea, Jean. I don't know if you can still get disposable cameras, but I thought, why not? So we at Christmas time we did a slide montage on the TV of all the past Christmases and things. So we had those pictures on there, and then I did a family bingo. Like, can you see such and such decoration, or, you know, ham or rouladen, something, because I knew that we had the pictures of them, and then we played bingo with it. It was a lot of fun. I've got one grandchild that really doesn't like having his picture taken, doesn't want to be seeing himself on the TV, etc., etc. But the others were really good with it. Oh, look, I've got hot glue thingies. Let's just roll one into the paint. Could be interesting. Oh, I should have done that on a piece of paper. Okay, let's try and pull it off onto this weird pinky gold thing. I like hot glue. Have any of you put crayons through your hot glue guns like they do for some of those paintings and stuff? Out of these glue things, I want to try and melt wax into them, like crayon wax into them, so that I've got broader tips for doing rubbings. That's kind of fun. Definitely be an interesting background for something. This one definitely is going to be flowers. This one might turn out to be flowers too. I need to do some more floral collage. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. And because I'm doing... Oh, gotta run, keep hubby alert, definitely. Bye, Jean. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. They take crayons and they put them in their glue gun and they drip them down canvases. And so you've got these drips of waxy color coming down. So I haven't tried that, but I wanted to do it so that when I finished these glue tubes, I would put, I want to melt crayons in them. And then when I do my rubbings on the bottom of the bowls and things, I would have a wider surface. So I wouldn't have as much lines when I do the rubbings, if that makes any sense to you. I got my glue guns at the dollar store. They were like $3 each, $4 each, or something like that. So I've got a bin full of crayons. Surprise! That I want to try that with. Yeah, that's really not paint. That is sludge. But it's okay. Sludge works good here. What else have I got? I've got my words. Oy. My desk be runneth over. I have a spiral. Let's put a spiral. And hope. Let's do that. See if we can grab a scrap of paper. Let's just use this. No, I used that. So anyway, I figured that would be a great way to repurpose the glue stick things so that they don't go in the landfill. No, that didn't work. Oh, it's going to be backwards, isn't it? Maybe? Should I flip that word around? We'll see. We will see what it looks like. And I will pull it with yellow. Ovalish crayons. Yeah, in muffin tins. I've done them in... Oh, bye, Sylvia. Thanks for coming. It was great to see you here. I have done them in silicone ice cube trays. You can get some very interesting shapes. And you can get multicolors that way too. Okay, let's just use a little bit of yellow on top of that. See what we get. This is going to make some lovely flowers too. Now I want to sit and make flowers for the rest of the day. Oh, that would be a cool big crayon. Pretty sure if that word comes out at all, it's going to be backwards. It's okay. It's a learning experience. These are the ones that I used and sprayed the alcohol ink around. Yeah, it's backwards, but you know what? That metallic pink looks really nice with that yellow. I might have to invest in some metallic pink that's actually not lumpy like this. Yes, definitely. Definitely. That'd be a great use for those plastic bottles. Wow, is my desk ever messy? See, I wanted to start calling this the Messy Desk Studio, and it's true. What else have I got? I got kind of like a sun, and I got some sort of weird hole things. Got a peace sign. Let's just put the flower off the edge. Kinda. Kinda. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I don't see why they would. If they fit in, I don't think they would slide out. I don't know. I never thought of that. See, learn something else new. Okay. Wow. But then I'll still have lots of empty plastic glue stick containers that would have to go in the garbage. Very torn. Very, very torn. Well, it's going to be interesting. However this one turns out. I don't know how well you can see it. I'll put it on a piece of white paper. So it didn't get into all the nooks and crannies on that one when I tried lifting it. So lots of artifact left. We'll see what happens. Don't know what color. Let's do the yellow. I didn't bring very many paints out to play with, so. But I do have these. These are Elmer's paints. Have you seen these before? I have never seen them until I got them in all that supply stuff. They are a watercolor, though. So, like a tempera paint, liquid tempera. Welcome back, Pam. Welcome back. So I think I will try. Anybody else use tempera paints on their gel plates? It is a bore. I agree 100%. You know, I'm going to try and pull it off on this one. Oh, ladies, I've been on for 2 hours. Time's flying today. I didn't realize it was that late already. So I'm going to do this pull, and I am going to call it an afternoon. Thank you all for being here on Easter Sunday. And, well, you can kind of see the sun and the little flowery thing. The thing is when I get something really goofy like this, when I turn them into flowers, they look really good. So I'm not overly concerned about mucky stuff. I was going to try this stuff on. You're going back and watching. Have you seen these, Malia? They're Elmer's glue tempera paints. They come with these goofy little brushes. I have to try this on the gel plate before I go. So I'm going to try this. Whoa, that's a lot of paint. We're going to have to scrape some of that off onto something else. But this is what I've been using now when I'm doing those mark making things. That was on my last week of my 100-day challenge. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, you're welcome. I love having people come and play. I love play dates. I really, really do. So I'm just going to spread this paint on all of them and see what happens. These two had acrylic paint on from before. And I know that tempera paint isn't water fast. Like when I'm using them on my cards and things, I know that I can't put things on top. Really? I didn't do anything to that one. That's okay. Do you guys have liquid tempera that you use for anything? I had them because I used to do Christmas windows and teaching kids crafts and things like that. Well, it does work on the gel plate. I had a little bit of yellow stuff from before. It didn't really pull it. I don't know how well you can see that. So it does work. That one did not lift the acrylic that was there. Yeah. I still have so much of that stuff. I also had it with the grandkids because I've got cement polka dots in my yard, so I would have them paint the polka dots every year. It is. I just didn't know if anybody else had tried tempera paints on there. I'm sure somebody's tried them sometime. I just haven't seen it. Okay, that pulled off some of the acrylics. I guess this one did too, because there was the brown there. Well, you know. I've got a new use for using up these tempera paints. Oh, see, I never even thought of that, Barbara. You know, now that master board is drying, I'm really enjoying it. I looked at it from afar, and I think that turned out rather lovely. Am I making people seasick because it's shiny? You can see those little metallic pink flowers underneath. The swirls, some of them are better. Yeah, I think I'm really happy with the way that one turned out. And tempera paint does work on the gel plate. So I'm thinking, oh yeah. Look at how nicely that pulled all that other stuff off. I'm thinking when I've got lots of crunchy artifacts on the gel plates, although it didn't clean this edge as well as I would have liked, but it pulls off that other stuff pretty nicely. But as I say, being, if I added water to it, it would run, right? But I really, really liked the way that it worked. Well, this one, that's that goofy flower thing out of hot glue. I had it on the edge somehow. Okay, I have learned something. The edge, here, no. That one, this, turn paper once, this, right edge. It does look like a face. Look, there's the chin and the mouth. Oh, a nose. Yeah, you're right. See, in my screen, it's backwards, right? A rusty man. You know, now, thanks, guys. Thanks. I want to cut out a face and have it halfway. Thanks, Barbara. Take care. Okay. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, guys. Thank you very much for egging me on, and I'm having a blast. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing or if I'm going to head out to the greenhouse for a couple of hours before supper. But thanks for being here. You guys have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow, Janet, on your live. And other than that, maybe you'll pop in Tuesday. Night, everyone. Thanks. Have a lovely evening. I'm going to, Pam. I'm going to. Bye.